Hey guys, so in the last video we talked about your first C++ program, printing out on the screen, taking in from the keyboard and printing it back out on the screen. And so I said I would talk about integer types or data types more, and so that's what we're going to be doing in this video. Before we do that, if you have a block of code and you want to comment it out, there are two types of comments in C++. There's two backslashes, a backslash and asterisk, another asterisk and a backslash. So these could be used for like an entire paragraph of text, code just in here. You can comment that entire thing out. This is a single line comment. We can just have a single line, okay? And so a shortcut, if you want to comment this whole thing out, would be control backslash. Just comment everything out. If you want to uncomment it, control backslash again. So, you know, you can have, let's just think about things that could be into variables. So you would have 5, 5.9, computer, size, oops. Okay, so you have all these different variables and we haven't decided what data types there are. So 5 is just a whole number, and so we can call that an integer. In C++, we like to call it int. Okay. I am in, actually let's do this. I am integer. Okay. Let's equate that to 5, and remember every line has to terminate with semicolon. So we just created an integer variable called I am an integer and give it its value of 5. And so 5.9 is not an integer, and that's because it's a decimal. Integers or whole numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 5.9. So if we were to put this in an integer, it wouldn't round it up to 6. It would say 0.9. No, we'll just drop that. And then you'd be putting in 5 when you thought you put in a 5.9. So there's another data type called a double that is used for decimals. You can say I am a double and give it a value of 5.9. Terminate with semicolon. Okay. And this is a word, and so there's something called a string, and these words are considered strings. Okay. So you'd have string I am a string, give it the value of computer. And so you can't just give it a value like it's a number. With strings and chars are just characters. So words and characters, you have to put them in parentheses. Sorry, quotes. Double quotes for words, single quotes for letters like these. And this one's the same thing, string E. Okay. And so what's different about this one is that it's just a single letter, and so to save memory, we'd make it a character, and say that's equal to single quotes, because only a character is equal to that, okay? So when we run it, what do you guys think it's gonna do? It's actually not gonna do anything, because we didn't see out or see in anything, so basically we just made all these variables and assigned them values. So I'm gonna show you guys some things we can do once we have these variables. So you can say, you can print directly and do math and say, I am an integer, and add that to I am a double. Okay. And when you run that, you get 10.9. So I added 5 and 5.9. And so we see this idea that one of these, I am an integer, is an integer. I'm a double is a double. So you added a decimal and an integer, and what it printed out was in the form of a double. And that's because there's a hierarchy of data types. Double is above integer. String is above char, okay? So if you add a string and a char, you're gonna get a string. If you add a double and an int, you're gonna get a double. If you add an int and an int, obviously get an int, double, 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 string, string, char, char. Makes sense. But there's one thing you have to be careful with is division, an integer division, okay? So if you print out I am, or actually let's just do, we can do straight up numbers too, not even assigned variables. 6 divided by 4, okay? this line. And so in your head you say 6 divided by 4, that's 3 over 2. But no, it's not. And so it actually gives you 1, and you might be thinking, how? You know, because it's actually equal to 1.5. But since 6 and 4 are both integers, integer division, what came out was a double, okay? Or sorry, an integer. What came out of 6 divided by 4 is an integer. So if you phrase 1.5 as an integer, the program doesn't round up for you. There's a function that you can use to round, but the program's not going to round up for you. It's just going to take 5 and truncate it. So it's going to say 1.5, sorry, say 1.5, now it's going to say 1. It's going to chop off the 5 and pretend it's not there. And that's how you got 1. To fix this, the easy thing is just to make it a double, make one of them a double. So that way, double will take over and you'll get 1.5. Alright? You can also do static cast, but that's also pretty advanced and unnecessary. So you can do that. So you're like forcing 4 to become a double, and that's what it will do. So that way this calculation can happen. Oh, yeah, this number needs to be in parentheses when you're doing static cast. See, so now you get 0.5. 2 over 4, that makes sense. So that's how you do integer division. It's called integer division. You guys can also add strings. So let's add I am a string plus I am a character. Okay. So it just bunches of them. You just add strings together. So in the next video, I'm going to be talking about arrays. If this video helped you guys can subscribe, comment down below if it helped you or not. I'll see you guys in the next video.